by default. I think maturing as a business owner, like you got to work hard, then you got to start refining systems and start building a really solid foundation so you can add more. I think the next level to that is actually trying to get net greater outcome doing as little as possible.
Yeah.
So that you have the capacity to manage people, to sit and be creative, to like be that visionary or that, that creator that's like, all right, we need this. This is what it's going to look like. Like everyone sees all these kind of cool additions to the course and stuff. Like that doesn't happen because you just like kind of one day just sit there and go, I'm going to do this. Like you have a thought, you then got to lay it out. This is how it's got to work. You got to battle test it. Then you've got to make revisions. Yeah. Like even everyone's like, oh, you guys are everywhere at the moment. Like that's not an accident.
Yeah.
Like it's planning, it's vision, it's whatever. So that only comes because we have the time to do it. Where if you're just always inside your business, you're too tired to think about that shit. And if you were to think about it, you're going to do it in like the most inefficient way because you don't have the brain capacity to actually give it any value.
Yeah. I consult with someone during the week who had 10 online clients took 8 hours.
Yeah.
To do check-ins.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah. So it's like that shit.
Yeah.
It's
because the default is more.
Yeah.
The default is I've got to give.
Do more.
Yeah.
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 So in terms of creating space, how important is, because we don't really talk about it because it's like the standard first year business coach bullshit, but it does have an impact, and that's talking about pricing. So how much of an impact does pricing have on your ability to create that space?
Yeah, like heaps, because like everyone wants to feel valued, and they value by the numbers. They don't value by the bottom line.
Yeah.
So people are like, I got 30 clients, and it's like, cool. And then you got 30 clients paying you $40 a week. It's like you're making $1,200 and you're fucking working with 30 people. Like that's the trade-off for that is not worth it. Mm-hmm. But people like the idea of everyone saying yes to them, where it's like,
and you're busy, so you'll appear successful.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, who's better off?
Yeah.
The coach that's got 15 clients paying $80 a week.
Yeah.
Like whose business is more scalable?
Yeah.
The one that kind of backs themselves to charge what they're worth and does less, and then learns the business skills and applies the systems and the marketing and the messaging to attract more people that are willing to pay 80, and then they're going to get to a point where they're probably charging more and doing less. Or the person that's just like living out of either fear or ego or a combination of both of those things and just charging so people always say yes to them, but they're like, how do I have this many clients and making no money? And I am allowed to say that because I've been both.
Yeah.
Like I remember being at the gym one day and I was like, looking at I was like, how the fuck do I have this many clients and only making $1,100 a week?
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, this person's on this rate. This person gets this many discounts once they do 3 sessions. I'm like,
Ben fucking trains for free.
I was like, what the fuck is happening? Like I shouldn't be giving this much effort and making this much money.
Yeah. I remember the gold tier, I think it was called, from the Phoenix presentation was $99 for 3 sessions.
Yeah, crazy.
$33 a session, man.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. So yeah, price is a hard one but it's not just. I feel like price is more, an internal struggle than an external thing, like a business thing. It's like someone doesn't have the confidence to sit there and say this is how much it is because they don't value themselves.
Yeah.
And they maybe aren't in a position to buy their own product because they have no fucking money.
That's so hard, man.
So I get it.
Yeah.
But it's like you've got to... You can't price yourself and join the race to the bottom.
Correct.
Like that's not a scalable mindset.
Yeah, because again, once you're there, it's so much harder. You've got 30 clients that aren't paying you enough.
Yeah.
Then you've got to make the friction to making the call to put them all up $10.
Absolutely.
It's way harder than putting your price up every 10 clients.
Yeah.
Have you found you lift with standard every price increase you've done?
I don't know. I feel like I deliver a really high quality service, and I've always just not charged enough.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I mean?
Because I think my pricing's gone up $40 in 5 years for online.
Yeah.
Just talking about online.
Yeah.
So I think each time, obviously, one of the big step was the app.
Yeah.
That was, I think, might have jumped
3
from
years
60
ago.
to 80 or something at that point, or maybe 70 to 80.
Something like that, yeah.
That was a big step, and then, more recently was just like a time demand thing.
Yeah. My the clientele that I am attracting require a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
So I think that is an element of the service that has gone up, and that is obviously, the price is a reflection of that, along with like the goals.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if you want said exceptional goal, you're willing to pay said amount.
Yeah.
And it's like, I only want the people that align with that.
Yeah.
Because like, again, price is a tough thing. Like, I don't know, we're not talking about it just pricing today, so I'll be as quick as I can. But there's something with pricing that does attract a certain type of person.
Yep.
We talk about the gym all the time. I don't want to go to the gym that has $9.99 memberships. It attracts a certain type of person. They don't give a fuck about the equipment.
Yeah.
They go in there with their work clothes. They dirty the place. Like, some of them are hostile.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want that. I would rather pay $40 a week to go to the gym, which I know people would think is absurd. Think about the person
with
that pays.
Everyone else willing to pay $40.
Think about the person who's willing to pay $40, values their fitness, is most likely respectful to others, is most likely a certain type of personality type, uplifting, encouraging, etc. So I would much prefer to do that. And I feel that the same thing happens when you price yourself a certain way. It's like, if it's too cheap, you won't get people who value your service. They'll fuck you around. They won't be committed. When we've done it, we sold online coaching for $20 a week.
Yeah.
And then one of our mentors was like, triple it. Or double or quadruple it.
Yeah,
and then
80.
Went to 80.
Yeah.
And then we started making sales.
Yeah.
So there's just something
they didn't stay, but we sold it.
There's just something to that. Well, they ended up staying eventually.
At the time,
yeah. So, yeah.
So if we stay on the pricing thing, so I would say both of us got full books, were smoked come the weekend.
Yeah.
Both looking at the bank account going, the fuck. So the first thing we changed was putting pricing up.
Yeah.
Where was the next step for us to start giving ourselves, moving towards, say, that 10K month? What's the key inflation point inside that?
Was this like when we were... Fuck, I can't even remember the first time I made 10K a month. It's ages ago.
Yeah, or just like key inflation points in your business where that relationship for time for money changed. Yeah. I would say when we started systemizing things.
Yeah, I think when I knew I had to start taking days off from the gym to spend in the business. So when when we looked at like the perfect week and shit, and then I'd be like, I'm not working Monday morning anymore. Yeah. Then I didn't work Monday at all. Then it was Wednesday morning I didn't work.
I'm going to jump in because I think it was slightly before that you did programs early, but I think we started to systemize. Everyone did a check-in once a month. We did measurements and a review.
Yeah, fair.
We updated their program. It was like this is a system that people follow now.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like honestly, I can't remember.
Yeah.
Because it was just, we had it from such a...
early. Yeah, it was like 18 months, I think.
I think that we take it for granted too, like, because I just forget.
Yeah.
Like, that's the standard.
Yeah.
So I don't even reference that.
Some people still don't do it.
Yeah. Yeah,
15 years ago. So I think systemizing those processes, as it doesn't matter whether it was good or not, had a resource for nutrition that people got, had a resource for warm-ups that people got. Like, we started to be like, well, how do I just do this thing one time?
Yeah, correct. Started valuing our time better.
Yeah. I had a fitness test that everyone would do once a month. It was like a performance thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
So they do measurements, feedback, review. We'd do their monthly kind of fitness test thing, which was just a circuit workout that was timed. Just a wad.
Yeah.
Trash, but worked.
Hey, whatever worked at the time.
Yeah, well, my retention was pretty fucking good.
Yeah, well, you were able to prove that they were improving.
So then I think the next step from that was programming-wise, we implemented, like we started to look at the website and stuff.
Yeah, more phasing the training and all that.
So we started building like, all right, this is how people are going to go through. This is the training model. We actually put a training model in place.
Yeah.
Rather than, everyone had stuff, but it was, you just wrote it for the person on the spot.
Yeah.
We systemized it. That was a model. Then we went into, it was like we didn't know we were doing it because we just wanted to do it for fun. But we started to create lead magnets within the gym through workshops.
Yeah.
And those like we had the muscle camp and the fat loss camp.
Yeah.
So people were coming through that, and that was just like generating so much business for us at the time.
Mm. Yeah, even the boxing and stuff.
Yeah, boxing groups,
Yeah.
all of it was just
It's
was
like
all
we
just
just-
leading into the main business all the time.
Yeah, it was like we were like following a business system, but we were just making it up.
Yeah.
Because it made sense.
We're just doing shit.
Well, it just made sense.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Head
So
of the times, mate.
that was a big part. And then I think we went, all right, we helped a couple of guys in the gym that were really struggling. And we're like, okay, maybe scaling is the next step for us.
Yeah.
To be able to reduce time and increase our leverage.
Mm.
That was the big move for us.
We're elite organic marketers.
Yeah.
Like, just thinking about it.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
organic marketing, we're really good at it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about that now.
And I think most personal trainers waste it.
Well, they don't value it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, we didn't have social media. Not the same way you do now.
Yeah. Well, I don't think coaches value it now because they think that they need.
Socials instead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But even then, social's organic marketing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they just don't think it can be done inside their gym anymore.
Yeah.
It needs to be done through a screen. It's like, we always had that philosophy: get famous in your gym, famous in your hometown, then famous on the internet.
Yeah.
Like that was the
Yeah.
the chain of events. Everyone's trying to get famous on the internet.
Yeah.
But then when they go to the gym, and you're like, who's so and so?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
they don't know. Oh, they're just the PT at the gym. Like
Yeah.
they don't know them. They're good at what they're good at. Who they work with, what results they get. It's like
Yeah.
you should be doing it the other way.
Caught up with one of the trainers from my gym a couple of weeks ago. He's running an event. He's like, oh, I've heard you've done some. I'm like, 20. He's like, what do you do? Like, what do you mean? He's like, I just see stuff, but I have no fucking idea what you do. What's your story?
Yeah.
I told him, and it was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just the dude that comes to the gym and trains and goes home, man. Like,
Yeah, especially here.
I don't need to be that here.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, like it's interesting thinking about that.
Mm.
And it's humbling to walk into a different gym and be like, no one knows who you are here, bro.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
All right. If you're, I'm going to flip this. So you're at the $1,200 a week mark now. You want to double it, which is $10K a month.
Yeah.
What do you need to unlearn that got you to 1,200?
Unlearn. Fuck.
What things work to get you to 1,200 that don't work to get you to 2.5?
I don't know if they... See, the thing is, I don't know if they don't work. I just know there's a better way.
Go.
Because you can just aimlessly work your way to $1,200, but you don't know how many $1,200 looks like.
Mm.
So rather than answering that because I don't know if I can tell you what to do to get the extra $1,200.
I was going to ask you that next.
So it's like,
So I'll jump in. So things that have worked to get you here
yeah,
is getting leads from the gym,
okay.
relying on kickstarts.
Yeah, yeah. Being
Um,
spoon fed your leads, yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
just being reasonable at your job and keeping people.
Mm.
You can get away with not following up all your leads. You can get away with not marketing.
Yeah, absolutely. Probably serving them and not thinking about your service and worrying about retention.
You can write a new program every
Yeah.
time for every client. You can have no system. Your onboarding can be different. You can have variability to
Correct.
get yourself to 1,200. And it doesn't really matter. And you're just like, oh, I'm busy. I'm killing it.
Yeah.
You need to unlearn all of that to get to 2.5.
Yeah, absolutely. Because people only look at the dollar value, they don't look at the people and the time and that this many people asking questions, this many people needing all these individual things. So you have to have a system, it has to be repeatable, and everybody has to get the same service.
Yeah.
There's just no you just cannot operate any other way because it'll just eat you up.
Yeah.
And spit you out. Now, can I tell them how to get there now?
Do it. Get them.
So what I think is still part of what didn't get them the first 1,200 will still get them the next 12.
Mm.
Because no one really looks at, this is how many clients I have, this is how much money I charge for it, this is what the average client pays me. So if I need to make this much more money, I need this many clients to do this many sessions.
Yep.
So then that's what it looks like. Like no one reverse engineers the numbers. They just go into every week and go, I need to get more clients.
Yeah.
So that's like me going into every week just going, I need to build more muscle. And it's like, well, what's your program look like? How much protein are you having? Like blah, blah, blah. Like what's the plan look like in order for you to build your physique and get more muscle?
That you can sustain over 52 weeks.
Yeah. So same scenario, take it to your business. If you need to make another $1,200, let's just say for argument's sake, it's $100 a session. You got to do 12.
Yeah.
The average person,
1.5.
works 1.5. So you probably need 8 people. So you convert at 50%, which is low as shit, but that's just because the numbers are easy.
16.
So you need 16. It's like if you book 20 appointments, 16 people will come roughly. To speak to 20 people, you're probably going to have to speak to like 40 to 60. To speak to 40 to 60, you're probably going to have to dial like, X amount. Yeah. So it's like you just got to run the math and then go, okay, this is what it looks like. So
the thing I'm going to add to that, people go on that run and they do that good for a little bit. And then we were talking about it in the standout calls this week. Turnover is natural in your business.
Yeah, absolutely.
And people just forget. It's like, I need 30 clients. When they get 30 clients, it's like, I got 30 clients.
Yeah.
So people don't stay forever. So what you also need to work out
is the client churn.
How many sales per week do you need, or month, it's probably a better metric. How many sales per month do you need to maintain the client base that you have or want?
Yeah, so it's funny you say that. So that got added into the new data tracker as well. So when everyone puts their data in, and then they track their average client retention. So the only thing I've got to find a way to do is like look at active retention as well as like past retention, because you can't just like take like all these people left at 12 weeks, but you've got clients that you've worked with for like 62 weeks. Like, so I don't know how to work that out just yet. So I think they're just going to have to do like a roundaboutish average unless they track it separately. But then it'll go through and give you a churn rate.
Yeah.
So it'll be like you need to get one person per week to keep. The thing I'm tossing with now is creating a growth calculator. Yeah. So then it's like, okay, so what does growth look like? Frame. Correct. So you either need to up all of this to get 3. So what does 3 extra clients per week look like? It looks like this.
Yeah.
Or you can increase your service and improve your client retention, and then that means that you might have one less client that you need to get. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. So I'm trying to find a way to systemize that so someone can look at it, because there's going to be people who need to charge more but still have like a good client base, like the retention's great. So I'm like, I need to go on the end of the spectrum where the service is good but they're just not making enough. Yeah. And then I need to go on the other side where it's like they're just fucking getting people in the door.
Falling out.
Yeah, and they just want that turnover. Or some people in the middle who are doing things right and they're just like, I just want more. Yeah. And you're like, okay, cool. So if you want to sign 3 people up per week, this is what it looks like. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome. So if you got yourself to 1,200, good job. Because not everyone makes it there. That's like, you can kind of stay alive.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You can
well
stay
done.
alive there.
Getting over 1,000 and maintaining that is a really big milestone.
I feel like if you've gotten to 1,200, you have the raw skill set required. You already have the raw skill set required to be a 10K a month trainer.
Agreed.
Because you can obviously talk to people. You can obviously communicate well. You've done enough to get some sales.
People like what you're offering.
People are staying, hopefully. Yeah. Maybe you're getting results. So it's like it's shown that you, as a personal trainer and the things that you're going to need to do, you have it. Yeah. Now you need to learn to be a business owner. Yeah. And run a business.
Yeah.
And you can get it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. If you want some help, go to stcfit.com, check out our Standout PT program, where we promise 30 hours a week, hybrid model, online face-to-face, 10K months. It's doable. Bunch of our guys are doing it. Yep. We did it for ages. You just need the systems in place that we talked about today.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, comment, do something, make the podcast bigger, better, Jason was talking about being famous on the internet. We're still waiting for that to happen. So that's on you. We need you to push the
Help me.
button somewhere,
Help me.
please. All right. We'll see you next week.